I don't think it's necessary for me to go into a long dissertation about the ramifications of the N word. It's unfortunate in a free world, supposedly. It's a shame that we have to disguise something that shouldn't be disguised and call it something different than what it is. You know what word I'm talking about when I say the N word. We say it's taboo. It shouldn't be said. One group or faction says that. Another group says it's been modified as to its meaning nowadays, and it's used differently, and it doesn't mean the same thing. But I disagree. I recall Oprah Winfrey going in on rappers and other blacks that were using the N word many years ago, saying that it's distasteful and there's no way you can make it right. I agree. It has a negative connotation and it goes deep. Cuts into the grain of racism, true racism, way back during the slavery times, and it is probably one of the most hateful, deplorable words that you could use as it relates to a people who have been degraded throughout history in the Western world and in many places throughout the world. The word nigger, that's it. I'll say it. Even if you change it, it's common to hear the word in rap, and then they dressed it up a little bit and say it's a term of endearment when you say nigga, N-I-G-G-A, nigga. And it's so commonplace in rap music and even in some R&B music in the hood or the neighborhoods of blacks, as it were. But it's not a good thing. And it never has been a good thing. And what it reflects is the hatred that was acted out or enacted against the black people in America, for the most part. I don't know what else to say. I have never, and I'm 61 right now, I've never used the word. Ever. Not even in jest. I have never used the word out of anger. And I've been pushed to certain limits in my life by black people, and I've never used the word, never even thought to use the word, because I understand its roots. And it's not good. And for black people to use the word towards each other just in common day language, everyday language, and even use the abbreviated form of it or a different form of it, nigga, and say that it is said in an endearing way. How so? Why don't you just say I love you? Why don't you just say brother and sister? Why does it have to be the N word? Who's controlling who in this world, in this country? The people who began using that term during the days of slavery, they did not intend it in a loving way, in an endearing way. So how does it change just because you pronounce it differently or slightly differently? It's not cool. And it never has been cool. So if you black folks out there that's watching this video, are calling one another the N word, stop it. Because it shows that you really have not embraced our history on this planet, especially in North America. And you just simply have no clue how that has always been used as the framework for our being less valuable than any other ethnic group. Lazy, thieves, dishonest, murderers of one another. All of that stuff was perpetrated by the white supremacist power base to keep us or black folks down, so that you can't be considered equal to all men, to keep us ostracized, segregated, if you will, psychologically even. Okay. Let me know if you disagree with what I just said. Do you think it's ever okay to use in common everyday conversation the N word when communicating with someone of your same color, your same ethnic group, as it were? Is it okay? And if you believe that it is okay, would you please explain why and be explicit? Don't just say because R&B uses it or hip hop uses it. Does that really make it okay? Hello. I think if you're calling one another something that our former slave masters called us in a degrading manner or fashion, if you're calling one another that, you really haven't left the plantation, have you? You're dumb as a doorknob, as I say, and you have not matured at all. That was it. And that was all. Whoever you are, that's my subscriber here, or someone even new, let me know what you think. Thank you. I appreciate it.